Okay, there we go. So
there it is.
All right, so my computer was being fussy at me. I'm sorry, guys. I promise I've done this. So I promise I've done this before. So again, remember the incentive plexus is going over in case you're not watching this live. So remember that, guys. Remember what Tammy and Kelly talked about, and on boundaries, mindset, commitment, and accountability partner. So those are all important, but if you don't put action behind it, so I'm just kind of going over this again since we didn't have the record right, I guess. Just so you know, remember that stuff, that's all good, but if you don't put action behind it, that's so, so important. You must have action behind this. So music, does that inspire you? Is it a motivational speaker? Is that what inspires you? If either of those things do not inspire you, the next thing we have to go to, and that you must have besides those, is your why. Your why is so important, and everybody on this call has heard us talk about the why and the importance of it. But the why must be yours. I can't create one for you. The why must come from you, and that is what must motivate you. Guys, my why has always been my little boys and my husband. I sought out time freedom for them and my husband. All I wanted to do was be that stay-at-home mom, to not miss ball games, rodeos, school functions. I wanted time with my husband. I was sick to death of never having time with him. My why was strong. So your why must motivate you, guys. It is so important. It must motivate you to no end. If you don't have a why, ask yourself some good questions to get to your why. What is it that I want from this business? What is it that I want? Is it time freedom? Is it to help others? Is it to inspire others? Is it to give to a charity? Whatever it needs to be, you need to find that why. You need to dig deep and get your why. Then your why must be somewhere that you can see it every single day. Because as you go on taking action behind the mindset and behind the commitment, things that you've already put in place, when you start to take action, you're going to run into some roadblocks. This is just something that everybody runs into. You're going to run into negative people. You're going to run into people telling you no. You're going to run into dream killers, people that say that this is a scam, this can't be done. And all those people are just uneducated, but they can get in your mind. So the mindset has to be important, but to keep the mindset right, the why must be in place. So my why is on my screensaver of my phone, so I see it every single day because I work probably 95% of the time from my phone. And every time I run into a negative person or somebody that tells me no or whatever, when I shut my phone off from talking to them, that's the thing I see is my why. A picture of my boys and a picture of my husband. They are my inspiration that keeps me moving every single day. So your why must be strong to keep you going and taking action and getting to be successful in this business. So after you have your why that is very strong and you have somewhere that you see it every single day, then you can say, all right, I need to move on and to take my action steps. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you to do is plan your week. I know this sounds crazy, but on Sunday nights, I take 30, 40 minutes, whatever, maybe 15, depends on, what I've got to do, and I plan my week ahead. Why do I do this? Because Monday through Friday is crazy. We're all busy, right? We're mothers, we're husbands, we're wives, we work, we have jobs, some of us do. And so if you're not prepared for the week, you might tend to skip things. So if you say, okay, I'm going to call these 2 people on Monday, these 3 people on Tuesday, and so on and so forth, all through the week. If you have everything planned out, what you're going to do, then it makes it very easy to fit into your time frame. If you're using that power hour that Tammy talked about, you can fit all of what I'm about to talk to in this power hour. So have your week planned out on Sunday night. If you can't do it on Sunday night, plan it out the night before. Okay, Sunday night, I'm going to plan for Monday. Monday night, I'm going to plan for Tuesday. Set yourself up for success. These are very, very important. Then, each day that you get up and get ready to go, after you listen to whatever inspires you, your video or your motivational music or looking at your why, I always encourage everybody to speak affirmations. Why do we do this? We've all heard this, right? What we speak about, we bring about, guys. That's so, so important. So we always want to be speaking things over our business. So next thing we're going to do is speak our affirmations. What are affirmations? If you're new and this is your first call, affirmations are things like this. I am going to attract the right kind of people to my business. People need what I have. People want what I have. Send me the right kind of people. I am somebody that people are drawn to. You know, those are just simple affirmations. There's more that we can get you. If you need more help on those, reach up to me, your sponsor, whoever, and help get those affirmations in place. So speak those affirmations. And guys, what I'm about to say next, I'm pretty religious. I don't know if a lot of you on this call tonight are or not, but I pray over my business. I pray over my team. I pray over their businesses. I pray for my success. I pray for their success. I pray for their health, wealth, financial being, everything else you can ever imagine. But I pray over my business, pray over my customers, pray over my ambassadors. So that's part of my day. So if you're not religious, I'm sorry, but that's what I do. So I do my affirmations, and then I do my prayer over my my business. So the next thing that I want you to think about, guys, is you need to take action steps, which is the number one thing that you can do every single day is getting the opportunity and the products in front of new people every single day. That's the number one thing that you can do when it comes to putting action into play for your business to grow. Now, people tell me all the time, I'm tired of you telling me that, Dusty. Guys, I don't care. I don't like doing it every day. Maybe you don't like doing it every day, but that's what we have to do every single day to be successful in this business, all right? That's the number one step for each of us personally to do to grow in the business, right? Reach out, opportunity, and products. Now, if you want to grow to be jewel level, you must do this because you want to grow wide in your business. Now, is everybody who signed up going to be a rock star and take it to the top? No. Some people are going to be happy at silver. Some people are going to be happy at gold. Some people are, the next person you sign up might want to go to the top. And you have other people that are happy at senior gold and ruby, whatever. But if you want to be to jewel level, you must take these action steps every day to grow wide. If you continue to tell me and your sponsor that you don't like doing this part and you don't reach out and share with somebody, you're going to lose your prospects to somebody else. Because if you don't do it, somebody else will, guys. Example, Nikki Shala. Some of you have heard the story. Love her. She's my sweet friend. I thought she knew what I was doing, and I thought she would reach to me if she wanted to join in the business. In the process of me sitting around, waiting around, my awesome friends, Tammy and Kelsey, recruited her. That is my $100,000 a year mistake. Do not make that $100,000 a year mistake. Now, I'm proud for her, happy for her, love that she's on the same team as I am, and I can still be successful. Yes, I have been. But don't make the mistake of sitting around waiting for people to come to you. You get out there, share the opportunity, share the products. All right? So don't tell me I'm tired of hearing that, Dusty. It's just what we have to do. All right? If I didn't keep doing that every day, I wouldn't be where I am today. So number one thing that you must do. Let's see here. Whenever you're prospecting and talking to people, I want you to understand this is, for lack of a better word, a numbers game, guys. He who speaks to the most people wins, all right? But it's not just about speaking to people. You need to address them in a proper way. How you reach to them, it does matter, guys. It really, really matters. So it's going to be based on the level of how you know these people. Are they just an acquaintance? Are they a friend, a new friend? Or are they a friend that you've had for a long time? You need to really look at these people as you start to message them and then say, okay, I need to approach this person somehow. If you just know them just a little bit and you're getting acquainted with them, maybe reaching out to them and asking if they want to go on a coffee date or a play date with you and your kids or something like that, where you can just sit and chat and get to know them, and then breathe plexus up in the subject to get the ball rolling that way. If they are somebody that you know really well, then you probably want to pick up the phone and call them, or send them a voice message on Facebook where they can hear your passion and excitement. So I just want you to understand how you reach to them matters. Do not reach to a person and sound salesy. This is really important. You want to think, how would I want somebody to reach to me? When I think about how I want somebody to reach to me, I think I want them to reach to me on a personal level. I don't want to feel like I'm being attacked. And I don't want to feel like they just want another number on their team. So when I approach people, I always approach people how I would like to be approached. So I want you to think about that. Now, I could talk all night on this one subject, but I won't. For those of you that are looking for great ways to approach people, I will post in the comments of this video section a great video that can help you with that, different approaches that you can take to people for different levels that you know them. So be watching for that in the comments of this recording. So the next thing that you want to do on your daily structure, okay, when you finally decide that you're going to start reaching out to people each and every day and putting the business and the opportunity and the products in front of them, that's the number one thing you're going to do. The next thing you're going to do in your power hour is probably going to be to friend 3 new people on Facebook. How do you do that? Well, do you have people that you've known for a long time that you haven't searched for on Facebook? Start there. After you get through that market, join some other groups. I'm part of like an Instapot group, where it's a cooking deal. There's people in there. I'm friending them. If we have something in common, or we've gotten into discussion or something like that, I'm friending them on Facebook. So that's important. Friend 3 new people on Facebook. The other thing that I do to keep relationships open is I always I look at whose birthday it is on Facebook. That pops up. It takes me all of like 2 minutes or less, usually less than 30 seconds, to wish everybody a happy birthday. That just keeps the lines of communication open between me and that person. It keeps that relationship building. That's really, really important. The next thing you want to do is you want to do some relationship building on Facebook after you do the birthdays. I always say, scroll through Facebook. You can actually set up your Facebook news feeds to be, okay, one section, this is all my Plexus team, all my Plexus friends, and then you can set up on Facebook another category where you can click a button and say, these are all of my non-Plexus friends, and I would go there, and then I would comment on some of those people's news feeds, just comment to keep my relationships going with those people. I keep that very limited. If you're somebody that needs more than, I say like 10 minutes, tops, 15 minutes tops. If you're somebody that thinks that they can't stick to that 10 or 15 minute rule, set an egg timer or the timer on your phone or your watch or something like that to ding and say, okay, my time's up for that. Move on to some more income producing activities. So move past that. And then you want to always follow up with 2 prospects a day. Or if you can't follow up with 2 prospects every day, say Friday's my follow-up day, whichever works best for you. But these are all just steps of taking action that are so, so important to building your business. Now, this is the other thing I get. I feel like I'm bothering people when I follow up. Guys, I forget things all the time. If I tell one of my friends, yeah, I'm interested in that, and then my life gets in the way and I forget about that, I want them to remind me. So follow-up is key. Don't be afraid to follow up. This is huge. I was talking to Whitney earlier today, my sweet friend Whitney, and she was saying, follow-up was always my weakness, and I always feel like I'm bothering people. And she's just committed to following up. in a nice manner. You can do this in a nice manner without sounding salesy, okay? And today she's like, oh my God, I got some great results today from just following up and being consistent in my follow-ups. So guys, it's not just me. There's other people on the team, and it's not just Jules. If you want to be successful in the business, you will take the action step of following up. So next thing you want to do is reach out to one, if you have a team, reach out to one of your ambassadors. See what you can do to help get them rolling. This is important. This is one of the biggest action steps you can take. Get your new ambassadors that you enroll off to a great start, and then continuing to help them grow. Now, this is after you've done your work of reaching out and following up, then you go to them. You never want to forget about yourself. Guys, I have forgotten about myself more times than I can count. And the next thing I know, people underneath me are growing like crazy because I spent all my time there, which is, I need to help them, don't get me wrong. But I spent all my time there and I'm like, shoot, you know, I forgot to grow myself even wider to get more prospects going. So after you've done those, you reach down to that ambassador that's on your team. You help them get to silver. You help them with, you know, getting them people on their team, customers. So helping them means getting with them, get the first steps of training done, which is, I always send people the a video that we have done on the Freedom Team, which is over the products, and then I send them the video on the compensation plan, and then I have another video that's called the first 30 days as a Plexus ambassador. And that's how I get my people started off that join me in the Plexus business. If you need those videos, we can get those for you as well if you're looking for them. They're on my team page if you're on my specific team, but if you would like those, just let me know and I'll send them to you, or I'll get them posted in the Freedom Team page if you would like to have them. So I get that person started off that way, and then I schedule, talk to them about 3-way calls and 3-way chats, and then I talk to them about Plexus launch meeting. So this is really important to spend time with people underneath you as well. But you can do this just one person a day if you choose. If you have more time, 2 or 3, you know, whatever you can fit into your day. This is really important because, guys, I can't be successful on my own. Yes, it is my responsibility to take action, keep my mindset, keep myself moving forward. But I can go so far with myself, but if I don't help my downline, then I'm not going to grow as big as I would like to. And I want everybody on my team to be successful. So reach to 1 or 3 ambassadors, depending upon what time frame that you have to work this business. Now, you can also reach out if you have a team where you have some inactive ambassadors, maybe just keeping the relationship open with your non-inactive ambassadors. Or with this great incentive right now that we have with Plexus, you know, the rank up, double rank ups, now is the perfect time to reach to those inactives and just say, hey, you know, we have this great incentive going on where you can re-rank. If you were silver and you're not silver anymore, we can get you back to silver. You're going to get that bonus again. And so this is a great time to reach out and let them know about this awesome incentive that Plexus has. So don't forget about that. That is a great thing to be doing right now with this incentive going on. The other thing is you definitely want to check on at least 1 customer a day. Check in. Now, if you're brand new and you only have 2 customers, hey, you don't want to check on them every day. Just say, okay, I'm going to do this one this week, this one next week, all right? And so keep it simple like that. If you have 10 customers, you can spread it out, and it can make it really easy for you. Now, we already talked about, you know, 3-way chats and Facebook, you know, 3-way calls and Facebook chats and calls with your new ambassador. So that ties in with reaching down to 1 new ambassador. Now, with the time that you have left, say that took up 45 minutes of your time, if you have that power hour going on. The other 15 minutes, jump in your back office. Look at your downlines if you have some. See if there's any new ambassadors that day or that week, if you want to do this part weekly. And say, okay, there's 4 new ambassadors on my team. I'm going to send them a quick message just welcoming them to our team, letting them know, hey, I may not be your direct sponsor, but I am part of your upline. I'm here to help you with whatever you might need. Now, I always validate, because I have the best team in the world underneath me. I always validate their sponsor. because why wouldn't I? They have some great sponsors. If people are recruiting into the business, their sponsors working the business. I'm going to validate that sponsor because that sponsor is probably a rock star if they're still recruiting. So I'm always going to validate their sponsor, but welcome them to the team and let them know who I am. Look in your back office also for anybody on your team that might have high PV. It's a great way to just reach out and build relationships with them and say, hey, I noticed that you had over 500 PV. Congratulations. That's outstanding. So these are just simple tips that you can do as a call to action to help yourself be successful. But guys, the number one thing is to get the products and the opportunity in front of people. Now, I just have a few minutes left, so I want to touch on this. Inevitably, somebody's going to watch this video or get off the call tonight and say, Dusty, I have a small network. I can't do as much as what you're asking me to do. Don't give me that excuse. Because I gave that excuse. That's what I told Tammy. I said, I don't have a big network. This is not going to work for me. I don't know how far I can go with this. I told her I didn't have a big network. And I don't. But the friends that I do have loved me, trusted me, and worked with me. And we duplicated from there. And I work every day on my relationship building skills with people in my area and online to help bring them into the business. If they're not ready for the business, I have made a great new friend. And where can you go wrong in that? In my eyes, you cannot go wrong with that at all. So don't give those excuses that you have a small network. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip. With this awesome incentive that Plexus has, with this double rank ups, this month, this call to action is really, really important, right? So I would encourage you to get with your husband and your kids or your wife and your kids and say, listen, I am going to be dedicating more time than ever this month to grow my business. When you set that in stone and they understand that you're going to give a little more time to this than normal, they're going to see your level of commitment go up. You're going to show your family that you're committed to this, and you're going to teach them that you're driven. Don't ever count that out. My kids have told me, Mom, I'm proud of you. This is so exciting to see you do this stuff. And then I'm watching them do things that I never thought that they would do. So it starts with us, guys. So get with your family and say, this is what we're going to do this month. Okay, we're going to set this time aside to take action in my Plexus business. Now, guys, the more action you drum up this month, the better this month is going to be and the better next month is going to be. I always tell people, if you want something to happen great this month, you got to be busy this month. Your work that doesn't show in the month of October will show in the month of November. So I always say the plan of action is very, very important. You must do something every single day. You must have dedication to this. You know, it's like Tammy talked about with the consistency. Dedication, consistency go hand in hand. You must be dedicated to your why to get to go where you want to go in this business. So your plan of action must be strong, and you must put the action behind it. Get with your power partners that Kelly talked about. Link arms with them. Link arms with your downline, your team. And that's where strength comes from, is when you link arms with people to make this happen and put this plan of action in place. So I know that most of you have heard all these tips before, okay? I know you've heard follow-up. I know you've heard reach out. I know you've heard talk to your ambassadors. I know you've heard talk to your downline. But have you done any of it? Some of you I know have on this call. And probably some of you are saying, you know what? I need to be more consistent with that. So remember, this month is outrageous for rank up bonuses. Get busy with that. Link arms with your downline and link arms with yourself and your upline to hold accountability together, get a plan of action in place, get some goals in place, speak those affirmations, everything that I talked about. Let's do this, okay? And whatever you have to do to motivate yourself to get it done, that's so important, because as a leader and whoever brought you into this business, we can't want it for you. I want it for my team. I do. Everybody I sponsor in the business and everybody that's in my organization, I want it so bad for them. But guess what? I can't be in their back pocket every single day to help keep them motivated and help keep them inspired. So this is where accountability partners will come into play. This is where connecting with your upline and say, hold me accountable, will come into play. This is where your why will come into play hugely, because even your sponsor can't check on you every hour of the day. But your why, if you keep it here and in front of you, will keep you motivated throughout the day. Because when you get those no's, those naysayers, those dream stealers, you need to look at that why and remember why you're doing it. And remember, we all get no's. We all get told different crazy things about it being a scam or something like that. But we, on this call, we know better. We know what this is. We know what the products do. We know what the compensation can do. And so all we have to do is put the action behind the commitment, the dedication, and the mindset. When you put the action with it, great things can happen. So I'm sorry that the first little bit of this call wasn't recorded. I don't know why my computer was telling me to stop recording. I have no idea. But so my apologies to that. For those of you that are watching this recording, I guess you missed, I'll say you missed a little bit of good stuff in the beginning. But just remember, company incentive, action behind the plan, and making things happen is totally up to you. And guys, I'm going to leave you with this. Next Tuesday night on our regular scheduled team call, what we're going to do is have a Plexus opportunity meeting. We're going to have live testimonies both on health and financial blessings. So right now, as you're reaching out to people, set into motion that, hey, there's going to be a great opportunity call on next Tuesday night. It will be the same link, the same numbers as what we always use for the Tuesday night call. So you already have that information in your hand, and so you can send that link to those people that you're reaching out to. This is a great time as you're reaching out to people to share about the motivational incentives, people that you sign up that are new and people that you check back in with that are inactive that might be inspired to come back and get those bonuses. Remind them, let them know. Next Tuesday night, the Freedom Team is having an awesome opportunity call. Let's fill the lines up with guests. That's going to be really, really important. So guys, I've gone over my time limit. I'm so sorry about that, but I want to leave just really quick, a quick prayer. I just want to pray for each and every one of you really quick tonight. So God, thank you so much for all these wonderful people that have took time out of their busy nights, their busy schedules to jump on this team call, to invest in themselves. I pray that they take this call to action seriously. I pray they take the mindset motivation tips that they were giving. I pray that they were take the tips of the dedication and consistency that Tammy and Kelly gave them, and they put them all together and apply this plan of action to grow their business, to grow their teams. I pray that the right people come into their business, the right friends come into their lives, and I pray that they're just happy, motivated, loving, dedicated people. We want to thank you for this opportunity that you've given us. We want to thank you for the wonderful people that we've surrounded with in this team. There couldn't be anything better that you have given us than the most purpose-driven, wonderful, motivated, well-spoken people that you have given to us on this team. We pray that we give you all the glory for everything that you've ever given us. We pray that we make you proud of everything we do. In your awesome name we pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I hope you got some great inspiration. I know most of you have heard a lot of these tips tonight, but it's just remembering. We can't get into management mode. We have to get into action mode. So my hope for you guys tonight is you take the action, you put it into place, and you make it happen. Y'all be blessed.